Even through these eyes, we are seeing the body. But I have to be in the awareness that I am a soul and everyone is also a soul. So that my intellect is not pulled towards anyone's body. It requires a lot of practice because seeing through the eyes, body, but when you consider yourself to be a soul, so you are introvert, so you are only observing through these eyes, but actually you are connecting your mind and intellect with the soul. So the first part of practice is reminding my own self that I am a soul. This body is just a chariot, and I am looking at the soul in many, many different relationships, many different colors, but that is a body, but I'm connecting with the soul. As this awareness grows, and we maintain as long as possible, as often as possible, or maybe all the time. When someone comes in front of me, I just go into this little space or cave of my forehead, and I look at others also only at the forehead of other person. And then of course the contact is made through the eyes. So my stage of soul consciousness, while looking at others, will awaken the awareness of one's own eternal qualities of love and peace. So today now, we just take few minutes just to be in this awareness. That I am a soul, a point of light, and pure energy. I am a soul, a point of light, pure energy. Stabilize and make your mind intellect very still. I separate from this body, but I am in body. Second aspect, which is very important to practice, is that I, the soul, I am immortal, I am imperishable. Soul never drowns, it cannot be burned, it cannot be cut by sword. It's pure energy, it's eternal, it's imperishable. Body is limited in the lifespan, but I, soul, am immortal. So when I go beyond awareness of this mortal body, in soul consciousness, experience body stage, I am a soul, the immortal being, taken this body to play my part. Part is ordained in the soul. Slow soul through the body play the part. Whenever I want, I can detach from this body, from my part, from my responsibilities. Always remember, when I, as a soul, entered in this body, I came alone and I did not bring anything with me. Only soul can bring, can carry are the sanskars from the past actions, past birth. So remind yourself, I came alone, I have to return alone. As a mortal being, I don't have any fear. Because through my thoughts, words, and actions, I always created good vibrations and elevated actions. They will protect my life from any calamities. And even now, as much I spread the vibrations of pure energy in the body is made of elements. It's a lovely relationship of soul and body. There is love for body, but no body consciousness. So respect the body. Also keep it pure and clean. The vibrations from the soul to the body are vibrations of love and peace. Create this harmony between soul and body. So there is no attachment with the body, and there is no attachment with any bodily being. My relationship with everyone as a soul is in soul consciousness. So looking at the body with the awareness that so and so also is a soul playing part in various relationships. So I have love, but no attachment, so that body, so that intellect is not pulled towards body. In body consciousness, wholly intellect can be pulled in body consciousness towards different scenes of drama, different actors in the drama. But in soul consciousness, I am pulled just towards one Baba. He is the source.
हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा यहाँ हमारा तन होगा वहाँ हमारा मन होगा जहाँ होता है मानव का धन वही होता है उसका मन इसलिए परमात्मा ने बताया मुझसे लगा लो अपना मन हम सा नहीं कोई समाने में रचना रचता था ज्ञान जिसे पर ऐसा भी मन ना होगा नहीं कभी अभिमान जिसे यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। ये दुनिया तो मायावी है, माया से भला कैसी यारी। अपने तो दो ही ठिकाने हैं, वैकुंठ दुनिया निराकारी। धुंधला सा अंधियारा है, दीपक से उजियारा होगा। ये आँख भी तन का दीपक है, ये ज्ञान जीवन दीपक होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा। हर शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समाया होगा। हम धन्य तभी बन पाएंगे जब ऐसा प्रिय जीवन होगा। यहाँ हमारा तन होगा, वहाँ हमारा मन होगा।
दो बातें हैं, एक अंतमत्य हमारी अच्छी हो, बहुत अच्छी। दूसरा, बाबा की सब आशाएं पूरी करे। कोई आशा, बाबा की जो आशा है ना हम बच्चों में, हम सब 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 कहते हम करेंगे। बोलो हाँ।
करेंगे। कहो हम नहीं करेंगे तो कौन
करेंगे?
करेगा?
कौन करेगा? अच्छा दादी बैठो।
Om Shanti. So the team here, sisters and IT brothers, they keep thinking how best we can serve the family. Because according to drama, we got this time for ourselves. There are many who are thinking, oh, we can get more courses online. You will get to do that a lot. But take time for yourself. It's not you shouldn't do it. Someone was saying, how do we balance it? So I would just suggest that maybe once a day, maximum, or twice, but not like whole day. We get then used to again be on computer, be online. But take time for yourself. I feel the coming time will both ways, for ourselves and for the world. We need all this time for ourselves. So today I was thinking that there was 14 years of tapasya, no, by Dadis. So maybe we should do 14 days of tapasya program. This thought came. I haven't planned yet, but as soon as we are ready, maybe from Thursday, we try to do 14 days tapasya plan. And I remember that one of the things which during Brahma Baba's time, Baba used to say that, like, you will notice where intellect is wandering, where I am pulled, what is my chart of remembrance, very subtle things. And then that time you don't feel bad or, you know, why it is happening, feel guilty, but rather you start practicing soul conscious stage, you start practicing remembrance of Baba, or become aware of which virtue, which power is required, so that when we are back into the regular routine, I feel it won't be until maybe end of May or whatever. So when we back into our activities, then all what we have practiced now will become very, very natural for us. We will be truly, truly Raj Yogi. and also a good server. So don't feel that, oh, I have to rush into service, I have to rush into courses, because there definitely is more demand on meditation. And so fix half an hour to conduct meditation for those who want to join, or 1 hour course if you have to give, and then rest of the time use for yourself. And because of course, whatever, like you all will have to cook and then offer bhog to Baba, eat, all that is there. But before, like you will want to go, you have to shop, bring the food, but now you don't go out. So there is really very good opportunity that Baba has kept us away from the atmosphere of the world. So self-quarantine for us is very beneficial because we are all at our home. So we make our home or house or wherever you are very sacred, pure, with the vibrations of love and peace, because you are there now practicing. But I also took two special steps in practice of soul consciousness. One was more like creating this stillness and total concentration by not going into many thoughts, but take two thoughts. One is yourself as a point of light and pure energy. And then that pure energy and the light you transmit into your own body also. It's like with breath. I am loveful, I am peaceful. And you will find that when Baba said, when the elements will become Satopradhan, golden age will come. But first your elements are your body now. So body also has to become Satopradhan. Even the elements are impure, but I have to purify it through these vibrations. And from there, automatically, others will receive the vibrations. You don't have to do anything for that. So these two thoughts about soul consciousness, if you can do maybe during traffic control, or just one about point of light, pure energy, I'm loveful and peaceful. Because that awareness will automatically bring change into our thinking, our attitude, our vision towards others. And then will be able to follow this morning's Murli, when Baba said your intellect should not be pulled towards anyone's body. And you will have beautiful experience that even when you are looking at someone, interacting with someone, a new kind of relationship of soul consciousness, which Baba call it alaukic relationship. Divine relationship is created with each other, and that's the relationship which the sanskars of that relationship continues in golden age. Because until now, of course, we are Brahmins, but when Baba says inculcate all divine virtues, why Baba is saying it? Because that's what we carry with us. A new relationship in the new world, and prepare for golden age relationships. So it's very, very important to practice this as often you can do. And second, as I talked a little bit on immortality of the soul. Because when I came in knowledge, we were not many in front of Sakar Baba, Brahma Baba. So Baba used to give us homework. And at that time, what we will do is few hours of Karma Yoga. It's not that we had many classes during day. Revise Murli, then we help Yagya into cooking, cleaning, sorting out things. No, because there were not too many at that time in Yagya. So when we will go in the groups, then we will be given assignment for 5 days. What kind of Karma Yoga we have to do. So, after breakfast, until lunch, then after lunch, little bit. But in the evening, Baba used to tell us to do tapasya. And I still remember that, those of you who have gone to Madhuban Panda Bhavan, where office Brother Nirvair's room, Those few rooms are there. No, sometimes they do flag hoisting from that side. So it was only a rock. There was no construction, no rooms. So Baba will tell me, go and sit on this rock and practice that I am immortal soul. Then he will give another thought. So 1 hour, I will sit on that rock. It was such a powerful experience. Not only that, but that foundation, that practice still helps you now. As I said, from there, you don't have any kind of fear, because fear actually is very subtle, and fear comes step by step. Right? You could have fear of your new job, you could have fear of your new boss, you could have fear or anxiety of travel. There are so many subtle fears which emerge in the form of anxiety or tension. And I know Dadi Janki always used to tell me, you are very fearless. Yes, of course, in many things I was like, traveled all alone in Europe, traveled here, there, long history of when we came to foreign countries. It was because of the intoxication and love for Baba. But when I think back, it was quite challenging to stay in people's basement and not knowing what will be next, where we will go from here. So, but then, even whatever was happening, I find that, so it could be fear of any kind, as I said. Will I be always here or somewhere else? Will I be like now situation? But internally, immortality, I'm immortal, I think give you a lot of energy of where, as I said, you are very stable and you are fearless. And as I said one time, that there are two things. One is external situation, but the atmosphere and the vibration from external atmosphere could affect emotionally, could affect in dreams. That is why it is good as little you should know, but not too much information, too much, because it goes deep in the soul somewhere and it emerges. So we have to be also keep our mind and intellect in a very, very stable and in a sound, so that our reasoning, our capacity to understand, capacity to meditate, stay very, very, very good quality. So it's very, very important that this stage of immortality is practiced. So take this as homework from now until tomorrow evening, to practice two stages. Just now you saw both Dadis, right? Dadi Janki and Dadi Gulzar. And you all know now that Dadi Gulzar is our head. And she had been in kind of silence for 2.5 years now. The sisters who take care of her for such a long time, sometimes we have conversation. So once they were asking Dadi Gulzar, why Baba has kept you in the body? What service you have to do? Because he cannot come now. And so she was sharing two things. One is, Dadi immediately said yes. Yes, Baba has to take some service. And whenever Baba has to come in Madhuban, she sits there and is as Baba is making himself present in Shantivan at that time. I definitely have that experience that Baba is here. Not it's a video, but it just creates like same silence, same atmosphere of love, belonging. So her soul in this body, which is not too well, also will do very, very powerful, subtle service for us as a family, or as an organization, both. No? Because we are university, we are organization, and we are family. So organization needs head, right? One main leader. Family also needs Dadi. So I like this chat between Dadi Janki and Dadi Gulzar. She's saying we have to do two things, right? What two things? Hmm? Huh? That my end should be such, they say, as is the end, so is the beginning. So Dadi Janki was very attentive on that. So he said, not only in what state of mind you leave body, but where do you leave body? So one time, one sister was a good Brahmin for many years. She left body. So the way she left body also was suddenly, but was in a shop because she was doing some wholesale shopping or whatever. It was for Baba. So immediately Dadi said, you should have the feeling I shouldn't be there now. As you all heard that Dadi Janki had only one final wish, or she had said to Hansaben, I want to leave body in Shantivan, Madhuban. Even it was global hospital, but so Hansa had to fulfill that. And you must have seen in YouTube, I think it's in Hindi, but she's sharing that it was, she said she has to go. She has to take her to global hospital. Even doctors said, okay, helped her. And she said journey was good when she arrived. And then, of course, she was getting better and better. So I think that that is where, this whole thing of not get too much into external intellect here, there, but you have to somewhere keep this line of intellect clear. There's something always guiding you from Baba, drama. You catch that subtle signal where you should be, what time. So I think that the foundation of Brahman life is soul consciousness. But also, as Dadi said, we always think, how would I want to leave body? Not place is not important. For Dadi, of course, it was important because after a day, she wouldn't have been able to come to Madhuban because of everything was closing. So she really was at the right time, reached Madhuban. And after that, there was lockdown. In India, actually, it is more like a curfew. So that means you cannot go and you cannot, very, very strong restriction, which is very useful because they have very few people dying. And second, Dadi Janki is telling Dadi Gulzar, we have to fulfill Baba's hopes. Whatever we haven't been able to do for ourselves, for yagya, for service, Baba always used to teach us, especially Didi Manmohini, when we were young Brahmins, to see what Baba has said and we haven't done, so let's plan that. And Mama used to listen to Murli and say, Mama, what, you know everything, you also gave Murli. She said, I just checked how much I have understood, how much I have done dharana, inculcation, how much percentage is left. And that is why I listened to Murli. Like this morning when I was listening to Murli, that our intellect should not go towards anybody. When there is love with Baba, you are lovely anyway, no? You won't be bitter or harsh or forceful, no? When Baba's remembrance and love is there, we are very sweet and we are lovely, we are gentle, we are respectful. All will naturally happen from there. So this way we take from Murli and then see really how much my practice is, that my intellect is not pulled towards anyone's body. This doesn't mean that I don't have relationship, very good, but it's not a bodily attachment. Everyone is playing different parts. You have mother, you have father, you have uncles, it's okay. They are there in relationship, but always think of them as a soul. And last point I want to tell you is from my experience that you can only help someone or give the power in soul consciousness. Soul consciousness relationship will help you, will give you the ability to help any soul when they go through any settling or any battling with Maya, settling of karmic account, battling with Maya. You can help that soul. But if you have even little bit of my son, my daughter, my this, you won't be able to help. You will externally, but not helping the soul internally to settle their karmic accounts with your good wishes. It's not much time, but I have so many experiences that where family couldn't help. And when I will arrive, start talking to patient or start talking to the soul who is in difficulty, they immediately get relief because my connection is with the soul, not in any relationship. So this my relationship and my this completely blocks the energy from you as a soul to other soul. And when you will really realize it, you will be very detached, but also very loveful. This is really true way to serve is also is in soul consciousness. Brahma Baba, when he had to come out of his room to meet someone, many people came, officers came, we want to see, we want to meet him, ask some questions. So Baba will go in his room and then say, I'm coming in 5 minutes. And in his room, he will sit and he's practicing soul consciousness, connection with Baba. Then he comes out. So preparing yourself, whether you meet anyone, you have to do something, anything, is really happens in stage of soul consciousness. So that is why when I read Morley this morning and then I, thought that we are together, luckily. So in the evening, we will meditate on those 1 or 2 points aspect. And also these days when you give course also or talk to someone, just take 2-3 points and say it and let them practice, then say it, let them practice. So that, because even if you talk a lot, it's not they get everything right. And then you are giving just pure knowledge, which will give them power also, give them that concentration. And they will also remember if it's few points, right? So, and they will be able to practice and their foundation will be. So I just want to say it again that Baba has given us this time to have more clarity of knowledge, good yoga, pay attention to your dharana, right? And of course, seva will happen. Baba makes us nimit. He's preparing us for bigger and bigger seva, for our own final destination, that is stage of perfection, but also for seva, whatever seva, and that makes us angelic, and we are able to do unlimited service. And this practice will increase the power within your thought. And thought is the seed, right? When you sow it, as good the seed is, the tree which emerges and the fruits which come will be unlimited, will be sweet, good quality. So always remind yourself thought is the seed, and whatever we practicing going in the seed. And when we sow the seed, that means have the thought, you will see what it emerges from there. You will be so happy that my every thought get accomplished, my every thought get, because it's coming from that power. Everyone had lot of experiences from Madhuban experience retreat. So I was telling Nivasis of Peace Village, because you all did so much tapasya, or we all did so much tapasya, that everyone could experience Madhuban. So we have proof that when we do tapasya and then seva, then others can experience. And these days, people want to experience. So speak and then let them experience. And so that's why I was kind of demonstrating that that's the way we could do. I will do with all the lessons, take little bit from Murli for our personal, and then also how do we serve others also. You all are okay? Yes? Everyone is okay? Mm-hmm. You have to keep drinking hot water, lemon. Keep yourself in very good stage. Maybe this is also time to take care of body, you know. Before was just run, 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 whether you ate properly, cooked properly, offered bhog or not, had enough sleep or not. Now is the time for everything. Not you become lazy and sleep, but whatever body needs for healing, for recovery, to be a good instrument, take care of everything properly. Are you seeing these sessions beneficial? Yeah, raise your hands. Yeah, it's like Baba has given us time to look at our foundation, our roots. Right? So I think it must be Dadi Janki, you know, that at least I feel that she is kind of making me see, you have to do it, you have to do it. That's what she used to do with me also when she was in body. You can do it, you must do it. And so when I am present in the evening, I just feel her. I feel so good because I feel that's what she used to do, loved to do. So it's good that you all are taking interest so we can collectively continue until it's possible. We will see how everything is. Especially because everyone is at home, so you don't have to rush in and out of car or a food store or anything. Just imagine how Baba has given us this time for ourselves.
In the mornings, Murli, Baba spoke about desires. One of the desires is about relationship. What is wrong in having a desire to have good and harmonious relationship with any one person or a group of people? Can Mohinididi please clarify what Baba really meant?
Yeah, there is no harm. Actually, it is good if you are friendly and at family with society, community, you know, it's very, very good. But if we remember what Baba said, that intellect shouldn't be pulled towards anyone's body. So that's the attention we have to do, because otherwise, all the time, if our intellect is pulled, yes, you know, lot of love, spiritual love is big strength and support. So Baba didn't say that, not to have that. But I think if you think little deeper on this point, you will understand what Baba means. So, of course, have lovely but not keep being pulled. No, solitude is also necessary, and also to be with the family is also very important.
This is Didi. Could you kindly explain the method, Vidhi, to get to the sweet silence stage?
When we were practicing soul consciousness, were you not experiencing silence? Because we were not creating many thoughts. A thought and then experiencing. While experiencing, you are in silence. That is true silence. Silence is not to become neutral or empty. Silence is be that, internally, still mind. What Baba used the word ekagrata. Very, very beautifully you are. We call it sweet silence. Because there are two things. So one is peace, other is silence. When you are peaceful, you are in silence. When you are in silence, you are peaceful. In the incorporeal world, there is silence. In golden age, there is peace. Even now, I'm speaking, I'm feeling so much silence from all of us. Because internally, there's no disturbance, no negativity, no useless thoughts. So there is beautiful energy amongst us of silence. How many of you agree? You're not feeling kind of silence? Because as much we go beyond listening to the sound of our inner chat, which is not happening now, mind and intellect, they both are absorbed in listening to Baba's knowledge or practice. And that's true silence, where you are earning, becoming, feeling the power, feeling the strength. Because mind is not creating any useless thoughts. Right? Just few thoughts and very calm, still. So that's the silence. So we are right now experiencing silence. So what other method you want? Take few thoughts whenever you have to meditate or you want to calm down. And it will become practice and silence. Mind will start getting used to it.
So another one. Does Baba test the children? And what is the difference between kamna and icha?
There is a wish, there is a desire, there is a lustful desire. That means out of greed, out of selfishness. So pure thoughts, pure wishes. I wish you angelic stage. I wish you complete stage. Then other is, oh, you should be complete. Very subtly desires, you will know how they arise. If I am with Baba, there will be thoughts, for doing something or creating something. But they're not my, if it's from Baba, then you are not affected by that. But third one is like it comes from some kind of internal, um, for internal, for your own self, you want that. Is from greed. It could be from attachment. But if thought is pure, thought is elevated, We call it good wishes, elevated, pure wishes. So you will see the difference. Because desire is like a craving. It's like a little fire which wants to extend. It's like kind of craving from inside, where mind and intellect is so deeply engrossed in that. Darijanki always says whenever she had thought doing something, she planned something, she will offer it to Baba. And after that, she will become detached observer. Let's see if it's happening. If Baba wants it, it's right. If it's drama, it definitely will happen. But you don't chase after that thought, because then it's like your desire. You are chasing every time you're thinking about that, saying about that.
What is the difference between cleanliness and purity?
Dadi always used to say, Sachai and Safai. I think it was today, or honesty, she talked about truth and honesty. You have to be completely honest in relationships with money and everything, honest. And cleanliness is like you don't have anything behind what you're saying in the subconscious mind, any kind of attitude. You have to be very, very altruistic for that too. Safai, clean in relationships, clean in everything. So there is little difference between sachai, truth, and cleanliness. Because when heart is clean, that's where really you get touchings from Baba too. Because it's very transparent. There is saying sometimes people say things or do things, then it's not from heart. It's like, they're just doing it externally. But when you have clean heart, whatever you do, you just say it's from my heart. Little deeper.
Didi, can you share some insights from today's blessing?
Today's blessing, I'm going to talk about tomorrow's blessing. Baba's, when you have to bestow, your stock should be full, right? Because sometimes, like if you give knowledge or tolerate, and you feel exhausted after that, like I'm tired, because your stock was not full, so you were kind of giving, but you didn't have that much inside. So Baba just meant that if you have to be emperor, that means your stock should be full so that you can keep giving. I have noticed a lot that if in the morning or during day we don't keep accumulating, by the evening you find that you don't have enough to give. Maybe as interest in service, but not really truly giving. And tomorrow's blessing is very powerful. We have to think from now, and that is Baba is saying that if you want help from Baba to become perfect, it's not only I am making efforts. If you need Baba to help you to become perfect, then you have to be love lean, merge in Baba's love. So when you are merged in Baba's love, then Baba will give you help to become perfect. Isn't it interesting? So tomorrow's practice will be that remain merged in Baba's love so that Baba can help you. So perfection one is ultimately, but every day was a perfect day, perfect stage, and fullness, not feeling empty, tired, able to give whatever is necessary. So it's daily basis. So to feel my day was full, complete, I was in good tapasya, good server, no obstacles in mind and intellect. So tomorrow, from tonight, we will practice merging in Baba's love. Lovely.
Lately, after attending all classes and Murli and Amritwala, don't like to talk or chit chat with anybody. Is it ignoring people or not a right karma?
I think that basically, as it might be possible now, before people had to go for work or mothers have to cook, but now Baba had said until 8 o'clock in the morning. After Murli, Baba, Brahma Baba, with all dadis will go for walk. And many times Baba will say, churn on knowledge, reflect on knowledge, digest Murli. So it does happen that you don't want to talk. So you're not ignoring, but it becomes your principle. No? Then others also know. So then if we have to do something or we have to take a call or well, then we talk. But you don't just keep talking. Some people talk, they keep talking too. So silence is good, and when it's necessary, then you also speak. So you don't ignore people, but your requirement inside. Like I also feel I really want to be quiet. I really want to be in silence. So even whatever is happening around or others are speaking, I still pay attention. I want that. And others also feel the vibrations. And especially because sometimes when there is full silence, also Baba signals, what the time, this time is calling me for, can be heard very clearly.
There are so many actually.
Hmm?
This one.
What heck?
Can you please explain about what Baba says in the Murli? That remember me and your sins will be absolved. Will our past karmas be finished? Will we not have to settle those accounts, sins of the past?
Baba says from gallows it will become prick of a needle. Because all the sinful actions are in the form of sanskars. And sanskars have a lot of connection with body, with money, everything. So when you are in remembrance of Baba, then the thoughts which are emerging, you will be able to, let's say, some wasteful thoughts or someone has done something, the thoughts come, but in remembrance, they're all dissolving, all those thoughts. You're not going to act on those thoughts. You're not going to think about it. So actually you are burning. not keep thinking something happened. So subtly, when the thoughts are emerging, then there is true remembrance of Baba. They are burnt or being erased, and then it really depends on what kind of actions are they. We haven't done big sinful actions, but most of the actions are because of greed and anger, and so that the nature is changing there, being with Baba. Baba talks of my inheritance. So when you are receiving that, it's like earning income, Baba also says. Not only fire, but it's yoga. You're earning income. And you are able to pay off debt. First you earn, and then if you have a lot to settle, you are able to do it. It could be when body is not too well and you are really in remembrance of Baba. Sometimes there are problems in relationship or with wealth. So settling comes in many different ways. If you really stay in remembrance and you see how it helps you in the sense of you not suffering. Some people think suffering is settling. But settling can also be without suffering. That means it's happening. Like I remember with Dadi Gulzar, Dadi Prakashmani, when she was not well, I remember I went to see her in hospital. Every time Nirval Bhai said, Dadi, you feeling pain? You feel, no. I am looking and I am feeling how much painful it must be what they're doing. But she will say no. So she was not suffering. It's so interesting when I look at them and I say, wow. Because of their remembrance with Baba, the settling is happening. It's being paid off, and especially in the end, whatever is there through elements or body but because they are in remembrance of Baba. I went to see Dadi Gulzar, I think twice. And I'm amazed to see her body. Once I was in hospital and other time at where the center she is now. But she's okay. Doctors come, they look at her like here she is as a goddess. Once a doctor comes, they want to come back to say, see Dadi, get some vibrations from Dadi, blessings from Dadi. So remembrance, if we really make it true and stay in, make it lot of practice. Anytime there are any thoughts, any situation, let me remember Baba. Let me remember Baba. It's really a practice. And then it becomes very natural too. And then you don't feel it, And not only you don't feel, but remembrance brings power to me. Not only settling, but God's power also. Both ways. I say only remembrance is the only method to settle and to receive. If I am paying off $10,000 and I'm receiving 15 or 20, but while settling, if I'm losing courage, if I say, why this is happening, it shouldn't be with me, what's my part? But if you just remember Baba, so settling, but also receiving same time, earning. Because remembrance is the effort, no? So you must get the reward of that too. Okay, I think we had enough. Now again, go back to the practice of soul consciousness and Baba's love for us, our love for Baba. Just pure energy, pure thoughts, completely.
Shanti.
and your immortality. These are two thoughts you are going to practice for soul consciousness. I mean, knowledge is vast, and at every step we will need more clarity, which we can always do it, but also now we have to be senseful and just again practice soul consciousness. I want to share greetings to all those who are there. Yesterday we got email from family from Australia. The retreat place, they are also online. So I want to acknowledge, and it's the time difference. So more and more people want to join our Bhatti and this spiritual sharing. But some I am seeing, some I might not be seeing. But Baba's love to each one of you. And as we said, we are just one family. So family from Australia, when they wrote, then we knew that they are also listening to us. But again, as I said, time differences, and so we are very happy that we are fulfilling Dadi Janki's desire. In the evening, meditation and chit chat was her routine. Okay, let's remember Baba, being merged in love for Baba.
मन में इसी धुन का है बसेरा, मैं बाबा का बाबा मेरा। मन में इसी धुन का है बसेरा, बाबा मेरा। सुख शांति का मर्म सुनहरा, मैं बाबा का बाबा मेरा। मन में किसी धुन का है बसेरा, बाबा मेरा। मन में किसी धुन का है बसेरा, बाबा मेरा।
Om Shanti.